Yes, that oil is getting ready. That hot grease is getting ready for them deep fried ribs. At 300 degrees, hot and ready. You can use any kind of oil, but I prefer vegetable oil. But, you know, this is the store brand from Walmart. You can use any oil to fry these, by the way. I got my custom barbecue sauce that I mixed up with some mayo and some honey and hot sauce. Got some pickles, tomatoes, and jalapenos, and some lettuce, and some ruffled chips. Got my seasoned flour here. Gotta season your flour. Add a pinch of salt, not too much salt because you don't want your food salty, and you know salt is not that good for your health. Some black pepper, some cayenne pepper powder, garlic powder, onion powder, and some chicken bouillon, and you good to go. Same thing for the wet batter because we're doing dry and wet batter. Same thing, just add some water for this pancake consistency. Marinate those babies up in there. Get all up in there. Before you season y'all ribs, make sure y'all clean it with some vinegar and some lemon and salt. You know, clean all that off, and then also cut off the membrane in the ribs before you cut them up into pieces. I don't like membranes all on my stuff. And of course, cut off all that extra fat. Okay, we all just need some meat and bones up in here. Okay, so I seasoned these bad boys with some cayenne pepper, some black pepper, a little bit of salt. I don't like salty food. Some chicken bouillon, garlic powder, onion powder, some pepper flakes. That's all you really need, and they're gonna come out just good and juicy. Okay, sprinkle some water in there. That's how you know that grease is really hot. Do not put no meat in your grease unless it's popping hot. It has to be hot. The grease gotta be hot. As you see, I got it all set up right here. Got the wet batter, you know, with the ribs in there marinating. Got the dry batter, and got excess ribs that I'm gonna look for later because I got 5 in here. When you marinating this, you can marinate it up to 4 hours to 24 hours, okay? So now I'm gonna take one of these ribs from the wet batter into the dry batter, okay? And then what you wanna do is coat it with all that powder all around it. You wanna coat it very well, okay? All sides, okay? I know I keep saying okay, but I want to make sure y'all following me, okay? And then you don't want to put this straight from here like that. You want to, you know, tap off all that excess. All that excess flour, you want to tap it off because you don't want it powdery and floury either, okay? You want it just about right. So make sure everything is fully coated, and then knock off the excess. Now it is time to dunk this in that hot grease. Follow it. Gently, don't splash it in there. Put it in gently, one at a time, and don't overcrowd your grease with too many. Okay, put 2 or 3 at a time. By the way, I am using spare ribs, not baby back ribs. Spare ribs, because you know the baby back ribs are small. You could kind of do it with that, but I prefer the spare ribs because you're gonna get a lot of meat. So as you cooking this 2 to 3 at a time, you don't want to overcrowd your grease at 300 degrees, okay? You want to let it sit in here. You don't need to touch it. Don't rotate it because then you're gonna take all the powder off, you know, all the batter off. You don't want to touch it. Just let it sit there for up to 8 to 10 minutes. 8 to 10 minutes only, okay? Just my personal suggestion, when you're making these, make sure you make the amount that you're going to eat in the moment. Don't over make these. Don't make too many, because if you're too full and you have them things just sitting there, you don't want your stuff soggy. So you want them to be fresh out the grease, okay? Just like fried chicken, fried fish, you don't want that soggy texture, okay? So make the amount that you're gonna eat and just keep the rest in the refrigerator and fry them as you go. Yes, look at them bad boys fry up in there, getting all golden and crusty. That crust gotta be crunchy, okay? That crust gotta be crunchy. I'm gonna lift them up just so y'all can see the progress. Look how it's turning out. You want them to get a little bit darker than this. So you want your fried ribs to kind of be looking like this. Nice and golden and crispy, just like a fried chicken. Only it's better because they're ribs. Here we go. Just a word of advice, the wet batter, do not leave in your refrigerator more than 1 to 2 days because it does get spoiled and it does taste funny and it does smell bad. So when you're making these, make sure that you make them fresh and from scratch. If you gotta start all over again with another wet batter and throw the old one away, do it because the taste will be different, okay? You can leave the ribs in your refrigerator up to a week and you could actually season them and do all of these things in preparation and leave it in your freezer up to 2 weeks to a month. Up to a month. After a month, I don't think, you should do it, especially when it's all seasoned and stuff. But yeah, also, if you have to start over with the flour because you're making a mess inside, you're getting some of that wet batter in there, or if y'all find another method to do it, also dunk this out, re-season your flour, use fresh flour. And there you go. This is why I said do not disturb it when you're cooking because you don't want none of these things coming off when you're frying them. You want all of that to stay intact. Look how delicious that looks. I'm going to tear this up. Now see that nice and tender and juicy on the inside and crunchy on the outside. Yeah, I gotta try this. Falling off the bone, child. Look at that. Juicy and flavorful in the inside, crunchy on the outside. Y'all must try these. Clean off the bone. Trying to eat these fried ribs and be glamorous and pretty at the same time. Get some chips and a pickle. Adding pickles to this with some chips and tomatoes and stuff. Give it a little bite, a little flavor, a little tanginess. As y'all see, I tore this up, child. Only one left because I'm full. But you know it's good. You know meat is good when you don't even have to use sauce sometimes. Just eat it by itself. So remember, this is Piinky Freedom. That's Piinky. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the follow. Thank y'all for the support. Love y'all.